the entire world is just, on the edge of their seat waiting for Morbius to come out, are you excited for people to see it, or does that feel like so long ago that you shot it that it was just another part of your life?
No, I'm so excited for people to see Morbius. I'm so excited for people it's the kind of film I feel like we all need right now, just a big, fun popcorn, get in the theater, turn the lights down, let's have some fun. I'm excited about it. It's a brand new character who's never been on screen before, a guy named Dr. Michael Morbius, who's this genius doctor. Has this rare blood disease. He's fighting to find a cure, and he's frail and thin. And then a miracle happens, and he discovers a cure for this disease and becomes really strong and powerful. And then there's another side of it all. There's a Jekyll and Hyde thing. So it's transformative. It's different. It's, just big popcorn fun movie. So I'm excited about it. I've never done anything like it.
What you talk about with Albert Sparma in The Little Things, you sort of talk about his sense of humor, and that was the thing that it sounds like intrigued you a great deal about that character. What is the thing about Morbius, his aspect, that you are really drawn to, that you took away from doing that performance?
Well, I've never really starred in a big, giant, fun, action adventure type film before. So for me, it was a huge new challenge. I haven't starred in many films, period. Just a few films in my entire career that I've kind of been like the lead of. So I thought, someone I really respect, who I won't name, said to me, that's like, you have to do that. That's how you learn a great deal. I mean, even if you look at someone like Denzel Washington, how he carries these films year after year, and the responsibility that comes along with those characters and the amount of time that you commit to, delivering performances and all of that. And we also wanted to see if we could put a challenging, transformative performance into a film like this. But yeah, it's not Albert Sparma. It's a whole different challenge for me. In a way, it was even harder to pull off, because I'm not used to that sort of thing. I mean, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've used like my own speaking voice in a role. So that took some getting used to.
How did you, when you were thinking about and wrapping your mind around Dr. Morbius, because even though the way you describe him, it's like he's a genius and he has this blood disease and he's funny and he becomes super strong, he is almost weirdly like kind of an everyday guy, at least like when we've seen the first look images in the trailer. And was that something that also just kind of intrigued you, that in some ways he's kind of just a guy, but also happens to be a genius, happens to be a doctor, and it's just like a different person we've seen you kind of do?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think a lot of times the leading role, like the Rami role in Little Things, is arguably harder in some ways than the Albert Sparma role. I don't want to say harder. I guess I would just say it has its equal amount of challenges. How do you be that kind of stoic leading man? Because you do a lot of scenes and you feel like, well, should I be doing more here? And that's really not the key. The key is to probably keep doing less. And there are people that are just so good at being nuanced and simple and being that kind of everyman that we just adore, and that are quite genius at it, and bring such unique abilities to that process. For me, it was brand new. But I got to be in that film not only this genius, everyman doctor. Hard to say he's everyman, but I agree with what you're saying. Then I got to play him, this guy who discovers life again, and then I got to play basically a monster, which was always fun.
Jared Leto, thank you so much for being here. We're also excited about Justice League, which is, I think, we're going to see a little bit more of the Joker. Can you even say that?
You never know. You have to ask Zach what he's got cooking over there. You never know with these things, man. They always surprise you.